Hi, beautiful people. Good night, good night, good night. Beautiful life here. Yes. One of my favorite YouTubers, JJ. Yeah. So it's night off, night off, night off, night off. So I can relax. So I'm watching. So I was watching Blanca Boss a while ago. Done ago. And yeah, she was talking about long distance relationship. Yeah. So as someone who have experience in that area, I can talk about it. So I said, okay, let me come on my live and talk about it. All right. So I personally wouldn't recommend nobody to have no long distance relationship, especially when you're abroad. You know, yeah, it can be a headache. One partner can be faithful while the other partner will not. Definitely will not. Yes. So um experience in a long distance relationship, especially the thing is you can have two types of relationship long distance, because you can have one where you know the person, so you met the person, probably you lived in the same community, go school, all of that, and you migrate and then you go back home, wherever home is, and you get involved again, you get involved in a relationship. And you have those who you meet like online, or you have you have never met them, and so you don't even have no idea what the person really like, because with that, some can tell you a lie, some can pretend to be who they are not, seeing you have never met them. Some can even tell you they are male when they are female, or they are both male and female, not being truthful. But let's talk about the one where, say, you know the person. Well, like in my case now, I've been in a long distance. Actually, before I migrated, yeah, I met my partner, yeah, and we were together like for 2 years in Jamaica. Then we have a child together, and those who know me will know. Yeah, we have a child together. Yes. And we're talking about 18 years now, because our daughter is 16. But when we were in Jamaica, I mean, everything was perfect, perfect. I mean, we never argue, we never quarrel. Honestly, we'd go shopping like every 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, with 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 him, I didn't have to work. I didn't have to work. I didn't have to do nothing if I don't want to do nothing. So when time my mom filed for me, and then when my papers came through, like 7 years after my papers came through, and time for me to go, and yeah, he was very helpful. Help with whatever he could, because I would need some paperwork somewhere, like going to the embassy, doing all that medical and all that. Was very cooperative. And then my daughter was born, like, she was 3 months when my paper came through, and then I said, oh no, I'm not leaving her. I am taking her with me, along with my two other daughters who were already filed for. So then we get her paperwork ready, everything, and she came when she was 8 months. Yeah, so we came up. She was 8 months. And of course, when leaving now, we decide, well, of course, I said, when I go, I'm gonna wait for him. I'm gonna wait till things okay. And it came up. And with the understanding, yes, if you have to see somebody, make sure protect yourself, and make sure tell whoever you're fooling around with, tell them you have your woman, so you're not in no long nothing with them, you know. Yeah, that was the understanding. Because come on, naturally, men gonna cheat. And you as a woman, when you can hold out, can I get a shout out? Hi, Totem. Yes, Totem. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Where are you, Totem? I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yes, welcome, welcome. Yeah, appreciate it. So, yeah, so when I migrated, now I came up. I was when I came in the recession. So there was no work, no job. That was when 2008. Yeah, we came up 2008. And there was no job, so I couldn't work, nothing. So like for 2 years, no work. I couldn't go to Jamaica. I had no money to go to Jamaica because it's not working. So for 2 years, I didn't see him. Actually, 3 years, right? And yeah, and that's it, the truth. So eventually, when I got a work now, start working and thing, and I went Jamaica like 3 years after. Understandable, yeah. So, and I wasn't the type who gonna inquire or have people watching him. No, no, I wouldn't have nobody watching. So when eventually I was going to Jamaica now, because we would correspond almost literally every day, yeah, on the phone. And at that time, I didn't have the money to make calls, so he would call me. He would buy the card that you could call, and he would do that and call, right? So eventually, when I decided to go down, I went down. Yeah, things fine. Came back. Went like maybe another 2 or 3 years after that again. But the thing is, I had noticed I don't like flying. I didn't like flying because once I'm in the plane, I get nervous and I don't know. I couldn't manage it. So you wouldn't get me flying frequently. But eventually, after a couple of years, he got his visa, so he could come, right? Anyway, there was this time now when I was thanks for the thumbs up. There was this I was at work one night, you know. I was at work one night and it's like we talk like say about 8 o'clock we talk because he would call every night, yeah. And but about 11 o'clock, somewhere there the phone rang. And when I answered the phone, nobody was on the phone until eventually I hear a woman's voice, yeah. And I was saying, interesting. Because knowing him, he doesn't, after work, he goes home, he's not coming back out. He's not going anywhere. He's just inside his house. So I listened and there was a conversation, normal conversation, like you're talking to somebody you know for a long time. It's not like you just meet somebody and you're having this lovey-dovey conversation. It was, there were, this woman come on, voice on the phone, and I'm there listening like for a minute. They were holding a conversation. So I said, that's interesting. So I didn't call him back. So I said, you know what? I am going to buy a ticket in the next 2 weeks and go to Jamaica without him knowing that I'm coming. So I I didn't I didn't let him know what was going on. So I told him I was gonna send our daughter down with my girlfriend who would be coming in 2 weeks' time. So she could, I think it was like the holiday period. So I said I was gonna send her down. That's what I told him. Okay. So when the day come now, he went to the airport to pick up his daughter, thinking it was his daughter. People, when I went to the airport, because he was calling me in the morning. I don't answer the phone. I don't answer because then I was on the plane. And so when I went to the airport, Montego Bay, and he drove up, and then when he saw me, he was shocked. He was shocked. He couldn't believe. Hi, Daniel. He was shocked because he was coming expecting to pick up his daughter. But then in the car was his woman, his girlfriend. So she was it was the one I hear on the phone the night. That time I had no idea this man had this girlfriend. So, and I'm talking like how many years after? Well, quite a number of years, maybe 5 or 6 years since I migrated. Daniel. Hi, Daniel. So there she was. But I looked at her. He was so shocked. When I looked, I went in the car. She was looking so upset. Yeah. And I said hi. She didn't answer. So obviously there was a problem. I guess she was shocked because she came thinking that his daughter was coming. Instead it was me, his girl, his woman. Yeah, because the whole wherever we come from know that we were living together, we are together, we have a child together. It's not that I'm the one hiding or whatever, right? So so I don't know. I went in the car. I was observing. I sat in the back, and there I was observing. So I said, so this must be the woman that was on the phone. So I don't know if that night she took the phone and deliberately placed the call so I could hear what's going on, because the phone just ring, me pick up the phone and no answer, nothing on the phone except chatting in the background with a woman's voice. And that's how I know say some him have a woman directly, you know? Yeah. So anyway, I don't know how him drive all the way to where we're going without crashing at all. Then he had on a dark glasses, so I couldn't see his eyes directly. But I know. So when we reach, we know me love KFC, and then we stopped by actually in Otres, and I don't know how the woman feel. The woman must feel bad because he came out the car and he hold my hand and we went into KFC and bought the chicken. And he said to me if he could buy her a box, if he could buy her something, buy her chicken. And I said, of course. So she, she petty girl. Now he played you, yeah. So he bought the chicken. We came back out, and I'm saying this woman must feel bad for say, we came out the car and him hold my hand and we walk going. Seriously, yeah. So anyway, when we reach home now, because it so happened we were going home, and there in the yard there's a bar. She rented a bar in the yard. So I don't know if that's how they meet or what, but she was going straight to the bar. So when we reached the yard where we were going, she came out the car and she slammed the door and she walked off. So I said, the woman make it so obvious that something was happening, you know? She just have this attitude the whole way. Yes, so anyway, when we went in the house and thing, I said to him, this woman from the way she act, I don't even have to ask. She's a woman, right? And they made me the fact say yes, I'm seeing her, and good thing I'm not an aggressive woman, because I tell you, if it was some woman, I'd be in hell and powder house for real, you know. So then I said to him, make it be the last, make it be the last. You understand? Because it's quite obvious, yeah, this woman together. So anyway, after me left now, I mean, trust me, the whole week it was him don't even know how to look me in the face, really. And anyway, I left, and they had their issue from that. They had a big issue and thing, one whole heap of issue, from what I understand. So that was the part of the long distance relationship. But after that, no, there comes another one. So within no time, obviously within no time, him pick up this other girl now. Him pick up this other girl. Long distance relationship, we keep in touch every day, literally. Not aware that anything going on, because I'm not the one who gonna have nobody watching nobody. So I am that maybe naive, I could say. So months pass or maybe year pass or so. Then maybe a couple of years pass because this happened like some maybe 6 7 years ago. Um I decided to go down to go Jamaica. And at the time he came up he was in another state because he had work to do in another state, yeah. And I at the time I planned to go Jamaica. So when I planned to go Jamaica, I was gonna when I went Jamaica, it was a school reunion I was going to. So I had that plan like a year ago, right? And I went to the school reunion. But when I was going to the school reunion, I had planned to stay with a friend. But shortly before the reunion, the friend she had to go New York. Yes, so I said, all right. I got down, then I stay with my friend going to New York. So I said I have another friend nearby, which is next door to his house. I wasn't gonna go by his house, so I said I'm gonna stay with my friend. So I asked my friend, no, this other friend, schoolmate, if I could stay with her, and she said yes. So I was there for a day, but I didn't really feel comfortable. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna go by his house because his house is there, supposed to be there locked up, you know. So I went over, went by his sister, and I said, went by his sister, had my show one thing, and I said, you know what? Tell 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 my boyfriend because he was in America at the time working. So I said, tell his sister to call him and tell him I want to go by the house. All right. So the sister said, him said okay, but she said I'll have to wait like till in the afternoon because he's supposed to have a guy there taking care of the yard and the dogs, right? So I said okay. I have to wait till the guy come to do all of that. So like within the afternoon now, the sister called me and said, okay, you can go home. You can go over now. So when I went over the house, this is a different woman I'm talking about now, you know. And I'm telling you, this is a long distance relationship. So yeah, I mean I expect him to be boardman or what they call it. But if you're playing around, you be careful what you do, you know? And you're not gonna have a woman and carry the woman come live with you. So I went over the house. I went in the back room. It was like two room. When I went, I was surprised because when I was leaving, he had two bedroom with a bathroom, and of course, he had planned to extend the house and things. So when I went there, the house was totally finished with kitchen, bathroom, everything nicely done. Veranda and all beautiful. So she petty girl. So when I went in the house now, I observed that in the bathroom there was some woman stuff, and I was saying, what is woman stuff doing here? And I saw food in the fridge and thing. So I asked the sister, I said to the sister, I went to use the bathroom and I see woman stuff in there. And she said, oh, it was the guy who looking after the dogs and take care of the yard. His girlfriend was there for the weekend. So with that, me accept that. Okay? I accepted that. So I went to my school reunion, come back. I was there like for couple days. Then I went St. Thomas to see a friend at the time. Spent a couple days in St. Thomas, came back, spent the rest of the week. So actually I was 2 weeks in Jamaica. So I spend the rest of the week. So you know the houses are close, family home, houses are close right next to each other. So I come home now, man. Everything all right. So I decide say, all right, my suitcase, I'm not gonna take back nothing with me. I'm gonna leave everything because I'm thinking now that I would return to Jamaica in the December. because that was like the July. Yeah, that was like the July I went. And I said, okay, December I'm coming back. So I'm not going to take nothing with me. All right. So people, me left, come back to America. And he called me like a day after he called me and he said he was still in the other state working. I come back, he called me and he said, Janet, he said, you know, them broke my house and thief out your suitcase. Your suitcase gone. Me say, what? Wait, what you mean they broke your house? Can anybody knowing him? No, his house, nobody there not going to his yard. Nobody. Right? So I said, oh, you mean them broke your house and thief out my suitcase? So I went on my Facebook and I said, you know, I went Jamaica and where I was staying, I left where I was staying, they break the house and thief out my suitcase. Within minutes, somebody texts me and said, Janet, nobody no thief out a suitcase. Are your man whom I the man who man burn up your sitting them. Take a suitcase and sit them and burn them up. I nearly faint. People, I nearly faint. I said, what? So then, story coming to bump. Would you believe? No. As a matter of fact, I didn't talk the part back for go back. When I went in the house, the back room was sealed. They put a ply over the door, sealed the back room. So you know what? Within the time when the sister had told me that to wait for the guy to come in the afternoon for them to get the key, they were taking that time in the morning to pack away everything because when I went in the room, there was nothing in the closet, nothing in the dresser. And I'm saying, where is his clothes? Where is his shoes? Where is everything? Them just grab everything and throw into the back room. So I couldn't know that a woman was living there and seal off the back room. So that is why when I went in the bathroom, there was some woman thing in the bathroom, and I was saying, you know. And then, as a matter of fact, when I went there and I saw the patio, the veranda with flowers and all of that, on the veranda, I said, but this place look like some woman live here, you know, cause me don't know if him this flowers thing. Some anyway. I just let that pass. So is when I went home, as I said, and he called me saying they broke into the house, thief out my suitcase with everything. And I put it on Facebook. And somebody from the area notified me and said, Janet, no go so. No go so. I woman burn up your sitting them. I said, what? So when I inquire now, I realize he was living there with the woman for literally 5 years, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that the man lived for the 5 years with a woman, and yet we talk every day, right? And while I was there, tell you how she bare face people. While I was there, she was right next door looking into my face. So I remember when I went, this woman, this woman next door on the veranda, I say, I and she don't answer. And I was wondering why this woman didn't answer. Only to find out that was the woman. The woman she bright and bare face before she go up our country, go where her people because she know I am coming. She sees me come, right? She know who I was. Yet she sat right next door as if nothing is happening. I'm say, look how the woman could have killed me. Look how the woman could have damaged me. Because I didn't have no idea who she was. Right? And his sister didn't even tell the woman, come on, the woman is here, so go. Well, me don't know who the woman, because if you live with her so many years, I'm aware of that. So anyway, when me approached him about it, he was shocked. And I said, well, me gone for how many years? But I say, even though me gone for so many years, we correspond every day. You have a visa, which may help you if you get the visa. You get the visa, you can travel. So you can come up even 2 times a year. So it's not that you can come. I tell you why me no love traveling. But at the end of the day, me just confirmed that I am claustrophobic. So because I traveled sincere and I was sick, literally have panic attack on the plane and all that. So my had was me all end up in the hospital, and I so come me confirm that that's the reason why me always fear traveling, why I never want to travel. Right? So anyway, after me find out about this woman now, the woman take me sitting them, the woman take me sitting them, she talk with her own mouth how she take me things them and burn them up. Take me the suitcase full of things because I may tell you, I didn't, and it's a large suitcase. It's not a small suitcase. It's a large suitcase, right? With my clothes and shoes and bags and everything, which me said no, me not carry them back, me them stay. She burn up everything. Yeah. And then anyway, me said, look, it's either me or she. So him decide no, say she have to go. But even though him say she have to go, him pack up her things, care go our country, and she come back. Me here so she's still back and forth. Within 2 months after that, me fly back to Jamaica because me say, okay, no, me and him have to talk. We have because I didn't see him because you know we went back. He went straight to Jamaica. Him didn't come back here. He go straight to Jamaica. So I went down and we had a discussion, talk and everything. It's like he still a see this woman. So eventually, um, he move her out of the house. Yeah. And because I tell you, when we were in Jamaica, we never argue, we never quarrel, we don't know what name so. Never quarrel, we never argue. Right? And as I said, him treat me good. I had no reason to turn my back on him. I had no reason to turn my back on him. So eventually, and then from that now we start have issues and thing. And I keep forgiving him, forgive him until when him come up here now and then eventually him decide to stay and we eventually got married. We got married. Yeah, so actually it's 18 years we're together. And in between that, but then what the woman used to do at the time, this woman used to call me and tell me things about this man. And I have no idea because after I found out who she was, in between she calling me now, that I don't know me don't know who call me. And I said to him, check out this number and see whose number is this. Because this woman I call me now tell me thing about this man and the woman and how he had the woman, him and the woman I go wherever, whatever. And I'm saying, oh, this woman knows so much. And I give him the number and say, check out this number. You see when him check out the number, it was the very woman I called me, the same woman I called me, pick up phone I called me from Jamaica, call me America, tell me thing about the man. Eh? That's how barefaced some of them are. So barefaced. She pick up phone calling me. Yeah. So eventually we get married and then even when we get married, she still a try involve up to this day. Up to this day, I tell you. So, when it comes to and that's a story with this long distance relationship. Ever since that happened, it's not the same. It's not the same. But sometimes, we women, we when we love, we turn fool and all of that, because I forgive him. I just, it's like I forgive him, but I can't forget this with this woman because it's like, I don't know. I don't know, you know. So I wouldn't encourage long. You see, if you migrate, you should like a year. The longest to stay away from each other is like probably a year, you know, because this long distance thing, it not really works. So people, yeah, give me your comment at the bottom. Give me your comment, right? What you say, what you think about long distance relationship. Yep. Because I was saying, okay, if you find a woman, you're in Jamaica, you find somebody, you have the woman living with you. Okay, tell me, say boy, John, me find somebody, me can continue with this long distance relationship. So let's move on. No, but don't pretend like nothing is happening. Don't pretend. Yeah, don't pretend. Yeah. So sometimes when I get upset about it, he would say, "Okay, go. Why you not go tell them on Facebook about it?" So I tell them don't put me YouTube. Yeah, it's not a nice feeling though when you know your partner not being. Come on, we don't expect you not gonna see somebody, but when you're gonna have a long-term relationship with a person, it better you move on. I think it's best to move on. Daniel. Yes, Daniel, he played me. God, I tell you. I don't know. We're still together, though. We're still together. We have issues at time, but we're still together. Mm, I don't know. But trust me, it's never going it's like it's not going to be the same, you know? It's not going to be the same. So, ah, that is it. That is it about long distance relationship. Not everybody can. After 1 year, I think it's best to move on because it's not gonna be the same. Not gonna be the same, you know. Yes, lovely people. Yeah, man. Especially when you migrate. Yeah, it's no, no. Better you. It's either if as me say, if after 1 year and you're not gonna be with the person, it's best to move on. Cause they're not gonna be faithful. They're not gonna stick around. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna be stick around. Yeah. So that is it. All right, beautiful people. I'm watching JJ Lifestyle. Uh huh. So you can go watch her too, JJ Lifestyle. And this is Beautiful Life saying, have a good night. Bye. Okay, Totem, you get a shout out. Bye.